You are listening to the Attempt Adventure Podcast, a podcast all about travel, finding adventure every day, and seeking out little ways to make your life more interesting. From China Spring, Texas, I'm Michael Desrosiers, joined as always by my co-host,
James Barrett in Longmont, Colorado.
All right, James, this is our holiday episode. It's not Christmas yet, and we are going to have another few episodes before the end of the year, but we thought we'd have sort of a Christmas special today, a travel Christmas special. It's going to be a lot of fun. Before we get into that, let's have a few little announcements. Folks, if you enjoy the show, head on over to our Ko-fi page, ko-fi.com/attemptadventure. There you can make a little donation or even subscribe for $1 or $2 a month just to help us support the show, help us with hosting. As usual, we don't want to put any pressure on you guys. We don't lock any content behind a paywall. It's just if you like us and want to contribute. If you can't contribute, one of the best ways you can help us is by sharing the podcast. Word of mouth really does go a long way. So tell your friends, tell your family, tell your local talk show host, tell that barista that you always wanted to talk to but never had a great conversation starter.
Now's the time.
Yeah, that girl with the tattoos and the short, like, dyed hair, she'd probably love this podcast.
Yeah, I mean, that's just, you just gotta listen.
And you know what? She always gets your name
it.
right. She always gets your name right.
Yeah.
On the cup.
That's a sign of something, right? She makes the best coffee.
She does. Let her know.
We're just encouraging people to go after their crush.
Why not, James? It's the spirit of Christmas. Hey. It's basically a real live Hallmark movie. So
it is. Go back to your small hometown and reconnect with your high school girlfriend. Exactly. That always turns out well in real life.
An attempt adventure, but the word Advent is capitalized.
Ooh, good one.
He was a single father who owned a Christmas tree farm. She was an overworked executive who's hated Christmas ever since her entire family died on Christmas Eve.
That's a valid reason.
When they get snowed in, what hijinks will ensue? There, I just wrote a Hallmark movie, James. That's exactly what every single one of them is like.
And like, they can't be bringing in money.
I don't know how.
There's no way. I'm not a movie person at all. I just am not. People are like, have you seen this? No, and probably won't. There's a few Christmas movies that are just nostalgic to me at this point. I got Home Alone, the Santa Claus one, the first one.
First one, okay.
With Tim Allen and his cocaine-fueled Santa. I don't like Elf. Everyone loves Elf.
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Ooh, good one.
That's a good one. I watch that one every year.
And every year we're growing up, we had the VHS recording of like the Sesame Street Christmas special, where like Big Bird ice skates to Feliz Navidad.
I remember. Oh man, James, I remember
core
that.
Memory.
You just unlocked, core memory.
Core memories.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
That thing's great. But yeah, so that's like it. Hallmark movies, I can't even, like, I know you're supposed to watch them because of how dumb they are, but I can't do it.
This couple meets, it's almost always that. Like, the dad is like way laid back, single dad, super laid back, has some weird, like, quirky job. She's a super stressed business executive. They get snowed in somewhere and they hate each other and then they fall in love. And then she learns to love Christmas.
There's like nowhere, at least in the United States, where like December is really that snowy. It's all later, and I'm just like, they're like, it's so cold, it's snowing. I was like, that's just not. Where are you?
It's like very clearly filmed in LA.
Oh yeah, it's like always that, or like Canada, but like not like Toronto.
Not like the cold part of Canada.
Yeah. And then they also are just like, it's always the same thing. It's like, in my tiny village in Vermont. And I'm just like, why? No.
But if your life is a Hallmark movie, ask her out. Or him.
Or them.
Yep. Whomever,
by all means.
All right.
And sometimes you just got to do it. Michael, you and I are both married. It worked for us. It wasn't exactly like that. It worked. Okay, that's not bad. It worked out for sure.
We were both happily married. Yes. It wasn't like that, though. It wasn't like a Hallmark movie.
No. It just sort of evolved.
It just sort of happened.
And now we're here. And once again, to our listeners, we are both married, but not to each other.
True. To women.
Yeah. Anyway, Joe Rogan would hate this podcast.
I'm not a fan of his either, so I'm sure we don't have... The Venn diagram between fans of his show and fans of ours has got to be very small.
Yeah, it's definitely not a circle.
It's a very nice figure 8.
Yeah, just like a tiniest little, like, it's just...
like one guy. Yeah.
One guy.
James, it's always so weird when we've done something before we start recording. We just act so stupid. So that's what's up. James, because it is our holiday special, we are not going to do the new or adventurous things. We didn't have a Halloween episode this year, but usually for our holiday specials, we do skip that, as well as with our favorite segment, Adventures in the News. So we're not doing that today either. Today is our Christmas special. So let's get right into it.
Way back in ye olden times, 2019, before the world ended, We had a podcast called Day Drinking with Michael and James.
First foray into podcasting.
Yeah, where in fact we did day drink.
Because I lived in Thailand, you lived over here. So we always had this thing, depending on when we recorded. We'd say, You're listening to Day Drinking with Michael and James. I'm Michael.
And I'm James.
And then whoever was day drinking would say, and I'm day drinking. The problem was, it meant that we were recording usually when it was like 7 a.m. for one of us.
Yeah, and day drinking's less fun when it's like at 7 a.m.
It's fine at like 10 o'clock. That's my, it's still weird at 10, but it's okay. Do you know what I mean?
Because I remember a few times, there is nothing worse, for me anyway, is like cracking a beer at like 7 in the morning. You get the like visceral like body shudders in your first drink. You're just like, ugh.
And the podcast was awful.
It was not a good podcast. It does not exist anywhere, no. I don't believe.
It wasn't, there's nothing bad on it. It was just really just dumb. It was just us talking about, I mean, it was basically like this, but with no topic, no focus. And we didn't know what we were doing. Not that we do now, but it really wasn't good. We didn't even have microphones or music for the first episode.
We did a Christmas around the world quiz where you name off crazy traditions. Not crazy, just different.
Crazy to us. Not crazy for
to us.
Other people, yeah.
My Christmas traditions are very tame. So, Michael, I believe the first time I asked you the questions.
I think we both found some we asked each other back and forth.
This time, Michael, you did this quiz with your family.
I did, so I know the answers.
So you are going to ask me.
It's been 4 years, James. I don't know how much you remember, so...
I don't remember pretty much anything.
Well, let's get started, James. I'm going to tell you about a tradition, and you tell me where it's from, or, alternately, I might give you something about a country, and you have to fill in the blank of what the tradition is, okay? So this first one is pretty easy. You probably know this one. In Japan, what do they like to eat for Christmas?
Ooh, I do know this one. KFC.
Exactly. So this was a very clever bit of marketing by the Colonel. Somehow, KFC was able to convince the people of Japan that it is traditional to order a KFC bucket and a KFC Christmas cake on Christmas Eve. This is what the Americans do, they said. And so Japan,
it's not.
In Japan, when they want to celebrate Christmas, and they do, they all just go crazy for KFC. You got to order weeks in advance.
I don't even think the United States sells the Christmas cake.
No, it is just a Japanese thing.
I'm going to pull up KFC because like they never even tried to do that here. So the KFC marketing people lied to you, Japan. This looks great. I would get this.
I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong about it. It's just funny that they marketed it as what Americans do. Well, I mean, there's things that we do that well. Oh, this is what they do in France. It is just like totally nothing in news. Like the pickle. Yeah. They say that they do that in Germany. That's just an American. That's like a Pennsylvania Dutch thing.
Yeah, it's like
hiding a pickle on a Christmas tree.
It's like a Germanish thing.
And from what I understand in Japan as well, Christmas Eve is kind of like Valentine's Day. It's like a day that you spend with your loved one, not necessarily your family in Japan.
Which is interesting. Anyway, now I want KFC. I don't, because KFC in the States is not very good.
That was an easy one, James. Here we go. Number 2. In Norway, why must you hide your brooms on Christmas Eve?
Some sort of Christmas witch.
Yeah. On Christmas Eve,
the brooms give it away.
They steal your brooms, James. You have to hide them so that they don't get stolen by Christmas witches.
That's it? They just steal brooms? They don't eat you? They don't...
They steal your broom.
That's like a very innocent thing. I mean, I guess unless you just don't have any brooms.
In Venezuela, specifically in Caracas, on Christmas morning, for early morning mass, what fun and wacky way do the people of Caracas get to church?
Okay, so I might remember more of these now.
I think you might. That's okay.
They like roller skate.
They do. They roller skate to church. You're right, James. They go on roller skates.
I might actually want to go back to church.
Yeah, if you could roller skate.
I can roller skate.
That's fun.
I guess no one's stopping me.
Okay, this next one is just one you know anyway. Krampus from Austria.
Love Krampus.
He is, how would you describe him? He is a demon.
He's the anti-Santa, but he's like their buds, like their friend. He's Santa's partner.
He comes early before Christmas, and if you're bad, he scares you and beats you kind of as a warning.
Yeah, he like puts you in a sack and like hits you with sticks.
To get your act together before Santa comes.
Yeah, so it's like a warning time. I mean, I think I would like to implement Krampus into my own tradition because I think it's fun. In the United States, Christmas, it's too jolly. We got Coca-Cola drinking polar bears.
Even our Santa is from a Coca-Cola ad.
I know, which to be fair, those Coca-Cola ads, amazing.
They are very nostalgic.
To me, like that's just Christmas. Like
I mean,
worldwide, that's kind of where the image of Santa came from.
Santa wore green until
Yeah,
Coke made that ad.
and he was
The only reason he
skinny.
wears red is because of the Coke color.
Krampus, whatever you want to call
Mm-hmm.
it, he's great.
James, the next one I know you remember. I know you remember because we laughed for a solid 5 minutes about this one.
Okay.
Do you know how they celebrate Christmas in Catalonia, Spain?
Don't they have like the Christmas poop?
Yes. It literally translates
Uh,
to the poop log. It's a log with a little face drawn on it, a little cheerful face, and he wears a little hat, and he's full of candy. On Christmas Eve, the entire family beats the log with sticks and sings a traditional song that roughly translates to poop log, log of Christmas. If you don't poop well, I'll beat you with a stick.
but they're already beating it with a stick.
And then they eat
So
the candy.
basically, they're just beating this log until it poops.
It's like a pinata. Yeah, they stuff it
But
with candy
worse.
and then they just beat it. Yeah.
I don't understand this one. Most of these, I'm like, okay, I can get down with that, but not the poop log. I'm sorry, Catalonia. You guys, I don't get it. It's like you took the like Yule log, like the Yule log tradition, or like, but what if it pooped?
Right.
It doesn't make any sense. Oh man.
All right, James. In Sweden, what effigy, let's say, what thing gets burned down almost every year?
It's a
But
goat,
then,
right?
yes, they're not supposed
Yeah.
to burn it down. However, it has been burned down 36 times since 1966.
It's like
So,
it wasn't supposed to be burnt down, but then someone did, and then that just became the thing.
yes.
I don't
Okay.
remember the story of why it's a goat, just
It
because.
just is.
If I remember all of these, then I
will give you a prize, James. I'll have to come up with
okay,
something
cool.
great for
Okay.
you. Okay.
Okay.
In Guatemala, they also burn something. What do they burn in Guatemala?
I don't remember this one.
Okay, let me just give you some hints. You can make a guess.
Okay.
It's an effigy of a figure. Doesn't have to be Christmassy. So in Guatemala, cleanliness is next to godliness. They spend the week before Christmas sweeping up, collecting rubbish, and then piling everything into a huge heap outside. Finally, an effigy of this thing is placed on top, and the whole thing is set on fire.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said if I remember all these, I get
cocky.
a prize because I got cocky. I'm gonna just go off. It's another poop. It's another big poop effigy.
No, it's the devil.
I know it's not.
It's the devil, James. They burn an effigy of the devil on their trash pile. You might remember this one. In Ukraine, how do they decorate their Christmas trees? So the legend goes there was a poor old woman who could not afford to decorate her tree. On Christmas morning, she woke up to find that it was covered in something.
Like berries. I don't know.
Spider webs.
Oh,
When the first rays of sun on Christmas morning hit the spider webs, they turned into gold. There you go. That's the legend.
yeah. Okay. Not. I think I remember the ones I think I asked you, and I don't remember the ones you asked me.
All right. So we talked about some of Santa's helpers, like Krampus. In Italy, who is his helper?
Ooh, I feel like it's super weird.
Her name is La Befana.
Is it humanoid?
It's humanoid. Yeah.
Okay. Is it like a little gnome?
No.
Okay. Humanoid. It's in Italy. What's the name?
La Befana.
V something. I don't know Italian. The the buffalo.
She's a witch. Another witch.
It's always a witch.
So yeah, apparently the three wise men invited her to come along to see the baby Jesus, but she was too busy and they left. And then she instantly regretted it, but she couldn't catch up to them. And so she just wandered around for all of eternity looking for them. And now she helps Santa.
I mean, okay, think of it this way. How about like she regretted it? They were like, hey, we're going here.
Well, true. Maybe she's not the brightest witch.
Why was she always in Italy? Were the wise men in Italy? Did they walk from Italy to Bethlehem?
No, they were like Zoroastrian priests.
Yeah.
They were from like Persia.
Or maybe they were kings. Depends on which story you hear. There's a lot of Christmas witches. We don't have enough witches in Christmas. I love the like pagan Yule traditions. Like they're great. They're so much better.
I know. Like this one in Iceland. Okay, you might remember this one because it's also ridiculous. Yes. In Iceland, you must wear new clothes on Christmas because if you don't, what happens to you?
I'm pretty sure, isn't it the Yule cat comes and eats you?
Exactly. Yes, the Yule cat eats you.
Like it's so much better.
The Yule cat is a ferocious creature that wanders around during the wintertime and eats anyone who doesn't wear new clothes on Christmas Eve.
Which, that's just great. I want the Yule cat. It's the best Christmas tradition. I want to like combine, and you just start throwing witches and like
Yeah.
Krampus and the Yule cat, like a big demon cat that eats you. That's so much cooler. We just got
Okay,
a bunch of reindeer.
let's see here. How
Okay.
about some of these are boring. It's like fireworks. They have fireworks. This is interesting. I don't know where this article is written. I'm just gonna read it because there's nothing to guess here. US, a cozy fire, dot 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 on TV. It's like, yeah, we do that.
Pretty great. A fireplace for your home on Netflix. Birchwood
Birch,
edition.
I was just about to say, James, Birchwood Edition is the best one.
Birchwood edition is the best one.
Can't beat it.
No, and like every Christmas, I turn that on, and then you
Yeah.
have to time it right because you have to go rewind it. What I like about that one is it doesn't play Christmas music. It's
Right,
just the sound of the fire.
yeah, because the one from
Um,
WPIX from that New York City
played
has been
Christmas
playing since the
music.
60s plays Christmas music.
See,
Right.
but like growing up, like we had a fireplace, but we never used it. And then in the second house we lived in, we definitely didn't use the fireplace. Well, we didn't have one. And so some year I just randomly decided to start playing the fireplace for your home. And now I kind
Okay.
of just want to like play it randomly because it's peaceful.
It is.
But with Netflix's autoplay, you have to time it and rewind it in time, or else it starts playing something random from Netflix. You're
Which
like,
we
oh,
don't definitely don't want.
no.
It ruins the ambiance
It
there.
better still be on Netflix. I'm gonna be really upset. But that is an interesting tradition.
Yeah.
Any of you outside the US is
I never thought of it as specifically an American thing, but I guess so.
a fire's a lot of work.
Yeah, true.
And oftentimes, especially where Michael, you and I are from,
Mhm.
it's not cold on Christmas.
We used our
Often.
fireplace a lot, even if it
Mhm.
wasn't cold, just because it's fun.
It is fun. I have a fireplace now. I have a gas fireplace,
Nice.
but it's like the opposite side. Like it was definitely meant for when like people didn't have TVs and
Right.
like everywhere, because you can't have a TV and it can't be the center of the room unless you had like two things. But anyway,
Let's see here, James. Okay. In this country, on the 12 days of Christmas, evil goblins called Calicantzeros come out and terrorize people. To keep them away, you mark your door with a large black cross on Christmas Eve, or you burn a large, this article says hog in your fireplace. I imagine it probably means log, but
you imagine you throw a big old pig.
I think it's a typo. You burn
Maybe
either a
not.
hog or a log in your fireplace
One of the two.
to keep them out.
Well, this is definitely European
Yes.
goblins.
Well, think about the name,
Yeah.
Calicantzeros. That's a better clue than goblins.
Definitely some like Eastern European, no, right? Ish.
Ish.
Oh man, like Greece.
Yes, it's Greece.
The Zerosers. That's all you
Yeah,
need.
that's a good clue.
It's Greece goblins.
Okay, here we go. The Yule Lads. The Yule
I
Lads,
hate this one.
they are 13 tricky troll-like creatures who come out to play in the cold in this country during Christmas, leaving nice presents to nice kids and rotten potatoes to naughty ones. Each day, the households are visited by a different Yule Lad. Their name indicates what they're up to. I'm just going to read you their names before you tell me what country they're from. So this is the translation into English. Their names are can't do it, James. Okay. Okay, their names are Meat Hook. Hang on. I can't even say them, James. They're Meat Hook, Spoon Licker, Pot Scraper, Bowl Licker, Door Slammer, Skier Gobbler, Sheep Clawed, Sausage Swiper, Gully Gawk, Stubby, Candle Stealer, Doorway Sniffer, and Window Peeper. How would you like to be visited by a lad named Window Peeper? Or Doorway Sniffer? That's horrible.
Or yeah, that's
Imagine someone
weird.
coming up and just like smelling your door. Ugh. Where is this from, James? This horrible, horrible tradition.
I feel like it's a Nordic country. Am I correct?
You're on the right path.
It's like Finland.
No, Iceland. Also.
Skier gob. Skier is Icelandic yogurt.
Okay, so they eat your yogurt.
Dang it. I didn't think that there would be two Icelands.
There are. So you got the Yule Cat and then these creepy window peepers who leave you rotten potatoes.
I prefer the Yule Cat.
I know.
At least he just eats you.
Okay. In Wales, when they come caroling, what do they bring with them?
Can I have a hint?
Okay, yes. It's basically a giant puppet that they carry with them. They go door to door, challenging people to riddles. If the carolers get the riddles right, they get to enter the house and eat your refreshments.
So, oh man, that's not even a hint. That just tells me what it is. I don't like it.
It's a
It's like a breaking and entering puppet.
it is a puppet, and it's made of, I'll just tell you, it's
Yeah, just
well, okay, I'll just tell you. It's a horse skeleton with like a white shroud around it.
I've seen this and it's awesome.
Yeah, if you want to look what it is, it's called, I don't know how to pronounce it in Welsh, but Mari Louis Lude.
Yeah. It's like super cool looking too, honestly. Yeah, look at that. It's so cool. And they just like, I feel like it just had like they just had a horse skull and we're like, hey, why not? And there was like most things Christmas, traditions
Yes.
typically were taken from pagan Yule festivals,
Yes, very much so. Very much so.
including quite literally all of our decorations.
Or like this one, James. On the
Okay.
Isle of Man, they would partake in a centuries-old Celtic tradition. It says it was quite a bloody ritual. Gangs would scour the countryside looking for this. They would trap it, kill it as a sacrifice, pluck it, and bury it in the local church, which with much pomp and ceremony. What were they hunting on
Like
Christmas? On Boxing Day, actually.
which is the day after Christmas, I
Yes.
believe. Pluck it, so it's a bird.
Yeah, that's probably about as close as you're going to get. If you get what kind of bird it is, you will just win the prize.
Okay. It's like a heron.
No, it's a wren.
Oh, yeah, I never would have got that.
In this country, people will disguise themselves and go mummering. Is that the right word? They'll be mummers. They will dress up as animals or other characters and go door to door singing Christmas songs. Here's the thing, they're completely covered and they will disguise their voices as well. If you guess who they are, they remove their masks and they come inside and they celebrate with you. You got to be like, hey, that's George. And he's like, ah, you got me. And he comes inside and you feed him.
I would just make it obvious. What country is this from? It's European, obviously.
Yeah.
Western European. I don't know. Ireland.
Latvia.
Not even close. They're basically the same thing.
The
guess the country ones are hard.
Okay, how about this one? In Sweden. Okay, so in the US, we like to watch our log on TV, or maybe a Charlie Brown Christmas. That's a classic that always plays.
Good one.
What do you think they watch in Sweden? It is
something weird. Something.
Okay, what character? What specific character? It's an American character.
It is an American.
Okay, it's something you know very much, and they've been watching this every year since the 1960s.
Okay.
The same cartoon featuring one particular character.
I'm going to feel dumb when I don't get this one.
I mean, it's not obscure, but you just would never expect it to be.
It's not Christmas.
I mean, it's a Christmas. It's a Christmas animation.
Okay? It is.
It's probably not one you've seen. I wouldn't think. I mean, maybe you have. This particular animation was made in 1958. It stars a particular character. Okay, I'm gonna give you.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's what it's not. Okay. Here's an example of what it could be. Something like Mickey Mouse. It's not Mickey Mouse. Okay. It's not Mickey Mouse, but that's what I'm looking for. That's the type of answer I'm searching for.
It's a Christmas cartoon. 1958.
Yes.
So it's old.
This character is not just in this Christmas cartoon. He's in.
Okay.
There's another hint. He's in plenty of things.
Popeye? I don't know.
It's Donald Duck. They go and watch a Donald Duck cartoon.
Strange.
Okay, what do you think the whole family does together in Finland? I don't even need to give you any hits for this one because just saying Finland is probably enough.
Something with the snow.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. I don't know much about Finland.
What do you know about Finland? What do they love? What do the Finns love?
Cold. Vodka.
What do the Finnish people love that you would absolutely hate doing with your family? As in, your family would be the absolute worst people to do this activity with.
I don't know. I got nothing.
Sit in the sauna.
Oh, they do love saunas.
Yeah. Of course, they don't wear clothes. So I would never.
No, I
don't. I would hate taking a sauna with my entire family. But that's what they do.
Love a sauna.
All right, James. One more. And this is just a trivia question. If you write a letter to Santa Claus addressed to the North Pole, the Canadian postal system will handle it. And they even have their own zip code for him. Do you know what Santa's zip code is? And incidentally, if you do write a letter to this address, it will be replied to. So what is his zip code?
Is it a standard 5-digit zip code?
No, it's not. It is alphanumeric, but it is not 5. It is 6 digits.
It's like
6 characters.
I know it's like Jolly or something like that.
You're on the right path.
I don't know.
H0H0H0.
Dang it.
Ho ho ho.
I was trying to think of something because I was thinking of US zip codes, which are just 5
Right. Yeah.
numbers. Oh
Well, that was
man.
fun. Hey, and I don't know how accurate these are. So if some of our listeners are from some of these countries, feel free to write in hello@attemptedventure.com and correct me. But
Yeah.
I love these traditions. There are some that I would definitely add to my Christmas
I'm a
celebrations.
fan of the Yule Cat.
Yule Cat's fun. I do not like the
Krampus is
Yule
always
lads.
fun. No, the Yule lads. I
They
don't want
scare
anyone
me.
sniffing my door
Or
frame.
peeping in your windows.
Yeah.
Window Peeper. His name is Window Peeper. How can
Window
you have a
peeper.
whimsical character named Window Peeper?
I don't trust him.
Spoon licker? That's
Was
worse
he coming in my
almost.
house and licking my spoons? It's gross.
Yeah. Especially in
Um,
this post-pandemic world, spoon licker.
I know, gross. I did not do as well as I thought I would. I got cocky and then I didn't know like any of them after that.
That's okay, because I don't know what I would have given you if you got them all right. So
Luckily, that you didn't have to worry about that for very long. So yeah, if anyone listening, if you have any fun Christmas traditions, let us know. Mine are all fairly tame. We have pretty standard American Christmas food and presents. We don't do the pickle.
We do, but we
You
don't
do the
really. We
pickle?
just put it on the tree. We don't really like.
You don't like
do
hide
any-
it and you get an extra present.
Not really. No, we just have a
Yeah.
pickle that we put on our tree.
So I think we might have one somewhere. We don't.
Mhm.
I currently don't have any ornaments on my tree because we have cats. So we just have a lit up tree. So yeah, any fun Christmas traditions we don't know about? Any that we should adopt?
Any good cookie recipes
Mm-hmm.
that you have?
Been on that. Got any cookies? Please let me know because I want to make more cookies.
You know what? If our listeners actually send a recipe for a Christmas treat of any kind, I will try to make it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll film it. hello@attemptedventure.com.
If we have any listeners from Germany and you've got, what is it, the Pfeffernuss? Those are good.
I have a really good minced pie recipe.
I do love a good mince pie.
I'll make that.
So good. Oh, I need to make a mince pie. Or just go to the store and buy a mince
You
pie.
can do
That
that
also
as
is
well.
fine.
I was at Collins Street Bakery the other day getting some cookies, incidentally. I was looking at their fruitcake, but they're pretty expensive. They're like $30, but they're also very famous. You know, like they deliver to the Pope. He orders one, and then the Royal House of Monaco orders one every year because apparently, Grace Kelly really liked them, and so she started the tradition when she was Princess of Monaco, and so they continued that.
I like fruitcake. People hate on it. I like it.
Oh, I do too.
No one baked goods again. But
what you could do, folks, you could go and you could make George Washington's eggnog recipe. We tried that one time, James.
We did.
But we didn't have the right ingredients, to be fair.
We were just kind of randomly throwing alcohol into cream.
Let's talk about this. This is a recipe that if anyone wants to try it, this is the actual recipe that George Washington, the founding father, the first president of the United States, made when he wanted to serve eggnog to his friends. And I quote, 1 quart cream, 1 quart milk, 1 dozen tablespoons sugar, 1 pint brandy, 1/2 pint rye whiskey, 1/2 pint Jamaica rum, 1/4 pint sherry. Mix liquor first, then separate yolks and whites of 12 eggs. Add sugar to beaten yolks, mix well. Add milk and cream, slowly beating. Beat whites of eggs until stiff and fold slowly into the mixture. Let set in a cool place for several days. We also didn't do that. Taste frequently.
No. I do love eggnog. It's just good. But you're supposed to age eggnog. It's very harsh.
We just made boozy milk.
We made booze milk.
And it was not good. And you know what? We used cherry flavored rum by accident, which just didn't help.
No, it made it worse.
Remember that? That was bad.
Yeah, it was not a good idea. But we did it.
We did. Maybe we'll put that video on our YouTube channel for Christmas.
I need to make like Alton Brown's eggnog where you make it like after Christmas and you let it sit for a year.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Yeah. But anyway.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas. I know this one. Just Merry Christmas.
This is just a little Christmas treat for you all. This is just us hanging out, having a fun talk about Christmas around the world. Hope you enjoyed it. Well, this is just the end of the episode, but this is not the end of our season. We do have a few more episodes coming out before the end of the year. And at the end of the season, we're going to be talking to you about some stuff that's coming on next year as well, because we've actually got something kind of different, kind of a weird way that we're doing next year as well. So folks, hang tight for that. It's going to be fun, though. It's going to be great. So yeah, do you have anything else you want to add, James? Any well wishes?
No, just Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Feliz Navidad.
Till Hanukkah, Happy Hanukkah.
Happy Hanukkah, God Yule.
God Yule.
Fröhliche Weihnachten.
Merry Kwanzaa. Merry Kwanzaa. Happy Kwanzaa.
Do they say Merry? Is it Merry Kwanzaa?
I don't know. Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa.
I think it's happy. Or if you're in the UK, Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Happy Boxing Day. Depending on when this episode comes out, I have no idea.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
If it's really late, Happy New Year. Happy all of them. Happy all winter holidays.
Yeah. All right.
And enjoy.
Yeah, you can find more Attempt Adventure content on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@attemptadventure. I will put that eggnog episode up, so check it out.
Why not?
Yeah, it's an old one. It's from the old ear goggles days, I think. Or maybe it was day drinking. I don't know.
I think it was day drinking.
You know what? It was because after that it was COVID and I wasn't home for Christmas. Man, that makes sense. That explains everything. But check it out. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram where we are Attempt Adventure. Send listener mail to hello@attemptadventure.com or click the Contact Us button form on our website and shoot us a message that way as well. And you know what? We're looking for a social media manager and maybe even a producer. So if you want to help us grow the show, do get in touch with us as well. And we'd love to hear from you. Thanks again. Happy holidays. And until next time,
keep adventuring.